Now, have you ever wondered how all these big superstars came to be as big as they are today? Were they born this way? Or do they receive some special treatment during their early lives that enable them to reach the heights of stardom that they enjoy today? Well, today we shall dissect and explore the journey of one such superstar and his journey to fame. None other than Erling HAALAND. So, let's dive in. Early life and starting football. Erling HAALAND was born in Leeds on 21st of July 2000, in the town where his father, Alfie Haaland, was already a football player, playing for the famous Premier League club, Leeds United. Unfortunately, Haaland Sr. had to retire from the game just 3 years later at 30 due to several injury problems, eventually returning to Norway along with his family. And so, even during his early life, Haaland is said to have been a very athletic child. But it's not like he started with football and just stuck to it, no sir. Haaland used to play handball, golf and track and field. In fact, Haaland holds the unofficial world record for the longest standing long jump when he achieved 1.63 meters during his very early childhood when he was only 6 years old. We'll believe this one since he's always been a physical specimen since day one. Now, you could tell that if Erling applied himself, he could make it any sport he wanted to. And apply he did. He started off playing for the local Bryne Football Club at the age of 5. He played there for 10 years, giving it his all and stirring some rumours if this little boy wonder was going to be the next big Norwegian star. In 2015, at just 15, he got picked for the official Bryne football reserve team, and his performances amazed everyone as he scored 18 goals in just 14 appearances for the Bryne 2 side during his first year at the club. Things were starting to get interesting. Right at that time, the Bryne Football Club management saw some changes in their ranks as the previous coach was replaced with youth team coach Berntsen, who had a major role in the development of Haaland. He remembers that time in these words: "He was a little smaller than his opponents because he was a year younger. But even if his opponent was significantly taller, he kept scoring goals. When he was 11 or 12, we knew he would go far. We already knew back then that he had what it takes to be a youth international." Haaland and he worked in close proximity during the following year. Before this time, Haaland was appointed the position of the winger for the club. You see, Haaland was not the towering presence we see now at that time. Before his growth spurt, he built up his athleticism, which still makes him incredibly quick for his height. But the thing is that his heart has always been in playing as a striker. Berntsen saw to it and gave him his preferred role, allowing him to play as the forward in the matches to come. Maybe it was that he had been playing in a different role for so long, or just plain bad luck. Haaland failed to score during the 2016-17 season in 16 appearances when he got promoted to the senior Bryne side. But he was always a driven kid, someone who did not need to be told to work hard. He always knew he had to become a big name. As a Norwegian youth international, Haaland worked with a teammate of his father, Gunnar Halle. The under-15 coach remembers his exceptional mentality in these words: "He's not afraid of anything. He often trained alone as a child, doing exercises over and over again because he always had his big goal in mind to make it to the top." Professional career. Now, Bryne stuck with Haaland on close terms only to see him leaving the club to join Molde in 2017. Haaland came to Molde under the tutelage of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to get first-team football and continue his growth, and he did just that by scoring in his very first game against Molde, which culminated in an eventual 3-2 victory for Molde. Haaland stayed at the club for a full 2 years and managed to become the top goal scorer for the season of 2018. All in all, he managed to score 14 goals in 39 appearances during his stay at the club. And while interest from his father's ex-club Leeds United came during this time, Haaland had other plans. Life-changing moment. His next career move saw him playing for Red Bull Salzburg in the Austrian Bundesliga. This was the move that introduced the world to the phenomenon of Haaland. After starting only 5 games from January to May after his move, he went to the Under-20 World Cup with Norway in a tournament that would change his life forever. He scored a whopping 9 goals in Norway's 12-0 thrashing of Honduras and unsurprisingly became the tournament's top scorer, like anyone else had a chance. Jesse March was the coach when he returned from the Under-20 World Cup, and he became a regular for Red Bull Salzburg. Scoring 6 goals in 4 league games solidified his place in the side and also helped him to get a place in the Norwegian senior side. Soon enough, Haaland got his chance to play against the big guns in the Champions League, and boy did he make heads turn. He commenced his European career by scoring 3 goals against Genk in his very first appearance, then a goal against Liverpool and 2 goals against Napoli meant that he created history by becoming only the second teenager after Karim Benzema to score in his first 3 appearances in the Champions League. His 8 goals in the group stage made him a household name, but he never stopped trying to improve. A teammate recalled how he would spend his spare time in Salzburg. While we were playing cards on trips away, you could only see him reading some scientific articles on how he can improve his sleep or diet. Move to Dortmund. Haaland would then move on to even bigger things when he left Salzburg to join Borussia Dortmund, despite rumoured offers from other giants like Manchester United and Juventus. You see, Haaland has never been afraid to go against the tide and always puts his career first, even if it means a big move can be delayed. His transfer fee was rumoured to be in the €20 million region for a 4.5-year contract. He became only the second player after Aubameyang to score a hat-trick on their Bundesliga debut when he achieved this feat against FC Augsburg. In his next match against Köln, he would again score 2 more goals, making him score a total of 5 goals in the shortest playing time, only 56 minutes. And with just these many minutes of playtime, he managed to bag the Bundesliga Player of the Month award as well. Then he won his next match with a team where he scored both the goals in the 2-1 victory over the French club of Paris Saint-Germain, only to lose the return leg 2-0 and get knocked out of the tournament. Meanwhile, Haaland continued to flourish and cement his name among the most promising players, finishing the 2019-20 position earned him the Golden Boy Award in 2020. But it's never a smooth ride when it comes to the affairs of life. Our star suffered a hamstring injury soon afterwards, which would keep him on the sidelines for the remainder of the season. Upon his return, he scored against Sevilla in a crucial round of 16 UCL match and then again in the second leg, helping his team advance to the quarter-finals. He also became the fastest player to 20 goals in the competition, achieving this in just 14 appearances. Their UCL run came to an end when they lost to Manchester City, but it didn't stop Haaland from becoming fan-voted Bundesliga Player of the Season. He also finished as the top goal scorer of UCL and got the Best Forward of the Season award. From there on, he faced some injury problems yet again when he suffered another hamstring injury and a hip flexor injury shortly afterwards. But even then, with all that time he spent on the sidelines, he managed to bag the record of 50 goals for the club in the fewest appearances, as well as being the youngest to have achieved this feat. Future prospects. Haaland has recently signed for Manchester City, who paid €60 million to acquire his services. It could be the move that propels him to the top of the game and also helps City win the Champions League. While he will have to adapt to the tactics of Pep Guardiola, he's sure to reap the rewards in the years to come from one of the best coaches in world football. And despite just being 22, Haaland has had quite the journey to stardom. And the story is still being written as he has his best years ahead of him. And one thing is for sure, this is going to be a hell of a ride. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon to never miss any future videos from us. See you next time.